Shri Shri Ras Viharini Ju Ki Jai. Continuing with the readings from Brajakishori Seva Trust of Shri Hari Rai Ji, 41 Shiksha Patra. 41 letters within the Shiksha Patra. We are now on day 86, letter 34, and verse 19. The Lord punishes those whom he considers his own, but is indifferent to others, just as in the mundane realm one usually protects one's own entourage. In this situation, Sri Krishna is out of sight, and you should endlessly experience pangs of separation from him. Tika. The Lord metes punishment to those whom he has taken under his wing, but ignores other worldly beings who are attached to the mundane. He does not punish these beings, rather lets them become even more attached to worldly matters. In the Ras Panchadhyayi, see verse 16 above, the Lord made himself invisible for the sake of developing this mood of separation. In the rituals of the path of grace, a curtain is often pulled in front of the Lord. This is to increase the devotee's longing for him. He does not grant his sight just like that, but rather when the devotee is craving that vision. Therefore, devotees of the path of grace need to truly suffer pain and separation from their Lord. Verse 20. The Lord becomes truly pleased when he sees such craving in his devotees. Adherents of the path of grace should keep the company of accomplished devotees who have such sentiments, so that they too can develop such feelings. Tika. The more a devotee suffers pangs of separation from him, the more pleased the Lord becomes. Therefore you should seek the association of great devotees who have such divine sentiments, by which your feelings will soon increase. Seek out such company. Verse 21. All creatures become fearful when close to a tiger. In this same way, be very cautious of bad association, for it can totally destroy your loving sentiments towards the Lord. In the same way as a tiger can destroy your body, bad association can destroy your loving feeling for the Lord. Therefore, protect your love for him as you would protect your body from the tiger. Only then will it remain intact. Verse 22. You must have heard that through bad association alone, Bade fell from his elevated spiritual position, and through bad association, coupled with partaking of tainted foodstuffs, Bhishma also fell. He became ready to fight the Lord. Tika 22. Many embodied souls have fallen from their position of loving the Lord through bad association. Bharat had to take 3 births separated from his direct association with the Lord because of his prolonged contact with a deer. Bhishma was a great devotee, but he ate from the hands of the wicked Duryodhana, the effect of which was to make him challenge the Lord to fight. Therefore know for sure that bad association can lure you away from the Lord. If such great devotees of the olden times fell in this way, so what to speak of today's souls? Verse 23. Withdraw your mind from its involvement in worldly situations, for it can wipe out your loving sentiments for the Lord. Tika 23. All worldly situations in which the mind and heart become entangled come under the umbrella of bad association. Therefore, renounce absorption into worldly affairs and the company in which such attachment is generated. Any material situation or possession which causes such absorption can damage your loving mood towards the Lord. It will remain and be nourished only when you always protect it from such worldly wranglings. Verse 24. Your heart should cherish detachment and contentment. Through this practice, your mind will soon leave its worldly involvements. Tika. Constantly keep detachment and contentment in your heart, for they destroy any impurity caused by bad association. Be detached in all mundane affairs and relationships that are not on a devotional level. Let your mind be satisfied with what comes to you without strained effort. When this kind of practice becomes second nature to you, you will be safe from the effect of all bad association. Verse 25. Fill your consciousness with the consideration of detachment. This will protect you from impure desire. Cultivate contentment, for this will protect you from greed. Lust and greed are huge obstacles to devotion. Tika. If you are fiercely detached, then lust and other bad qualities will be removed. Satisfaction removes greed. Lust and greed are great opponents to the path of devotion. Foster detachment and contentment in order to renounce both of them. Verse 26. If you indulge in lust and desire, then the senses may go out of control. And if you indulge in greed, then your behavior can fall prey to wickedness. E.g., if you crave for riches, then you may behave in sinful ways to attain it. Anger sits in between these two, so lust, anger and greed are the three major obstacles in devotional life. Tika 26. When lust arises, you indulge in the gratification of desire, then all your senses turn away from the Lord and the righteous path. When the senses are thus indulging in their own gratification and greed takes over the heart, then wickedness arises. In his treatise Sannyasa Nirane, Conclusions on Renunciation, Sri Acharyaji has written, if you indulge your senses, then wickedness follows. From this and other teachings it is known that desire and greed are obstacles to devotion. In the midst of them is anger. When desires are not satisfied, then anger ensues, as it does when greed is not fulfilled. Anger is thus caused by lust and greed. Infatuation follows anger, from which many other faults appear. Then you become permanently dominated by a worldly mood, totally fixed on mundane matters, which then take over the heart, whereby humility is destroyed. We'll pause our reading for today here at the end of verse 26, and tomorrow we will commence with verses 27 and 28. Aaj ke Anand ki jai, Shri Vallabhadisha ki jai ho, sab Vaishnavan ko Sadar, Saprem, Sadenya, Sananda Jai Shri Krishna, Shri Shri Ras Viharani Ju ki Jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.